T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast.
Friday night in the Big Apple. It is Game 3 of the rubber match featuring the Oklahoma City Spark and the New York Rise on the All-Women Sports Network. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez. Well, it was a fun one last night, especially if you like the offense. And we'll start with the New York Rise going up against a very highly vaunted OKC team. And sometimes, Coach, you just need to outslug your opponent. That's exactly what the Rise did last night.
That's it. They really were seeing the ball well. They crushed it, and they did everything they needed to do to figure out how to get the job done.
And, you know, Oklahoma City can beat you in so many ways. And when you think about Oklahoma City, you think about Jocelyn Allo, the home run queen, and what she's been able to do. She'll be in the starting lineup again tonight for the OKC Spark as we take a look, but getting to see Allo in person is a treat.
It really is. You know, she just is a game changer. She is so disciplined at the plate. She's such a threat, you know, with her power and her ability to see the ball. It's really something when you get to see it live.
Here's the rest of the lineup led by Amber Flores. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A similar lineup to the last two nights. Jada Coleman will lead it off with Allo at first base. Kinsey Hansen behind the plate. Alyssa Brito is the shortstop in the cleanup spot. Sydney Sherrill at third base. Haley Lee the DP. Riley Boone in left field. Alina Torres in right. And Rachel Becker is at second base. On the other side for the New York Rise, how about the newcomer Megan Hauk, a coming out party, and what an introduction last night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she just went out there. She balled. You know, I was talking to Michaela before the game, and she's just a gritty, scrappy player, and she's ecstatic for what she's been able to do.
The rest of the lineup led by Coach Michaela Transu in her first season with the New York Rise. Lauren Lucas, who went deep, a 3-run shot late in the game. Riley Blampede is at third base. Courtney Day, the DP in the 3-hole. Carly Spade out in left field. McKenna Smith gets a start at first base. Megan Hauk signed a 1-week deal. She is the shortstop. Then Sophia Nugent behind the plate. Sammy Williams is the second baseman. And Ashley Truweiler is rounding out the lineup for the New York Rise. And you take a look at the numbers, and what sticks out to you, Coach? Because for Oklahoma City, it looks like video game numbers, and for the Rise, they're starting to come into their own.
Yeah, you know, the OKC, they just are so dynamic, both offensively with the numbers that they're able to put up, along with their, you know, pitching ERA and what their pitchers have been able to do as a staff. But don't sleep on the Rise, right? When you look at their stolen bases and their ability to get the job done and the fight that they have, it's no surprise that they're hanging in there and they're finding ways to get it done.
5 home runs last night. OKC has hit 6 home runs in the series, and it should be a fun one today in the rubber match as the Rise get ready to take the field. And for New York, they're going to be led by Courtney Weiss, the 6'2 right-hander out of Silver Springs, Maryland. She's got a great drop ball, but she could also bring the heat.
Yeah, she is dynamic, and she really has the ability to keep batters off balance as she mixes both sides of the plate and works her pitches both hard and soft. And I think she's going to be able to do a great job in keeping them off balance today.
Courtney Weiss, 0-2 on the season, has a save, a 4.14 ERA. She's walked 16 batters, struck out 17, given up 19 runs, 14 of them earned. She came on Wednesday night. It was a run rule loss for New York, falling 10-0 in the opener. And in that one, she gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in 2/3 of an inning, walked 2, but no strikeouts. And you know, she's someone that was just thrown into a hot spot. OKC was red hot, so it didn't matter, honestly, who was in the circle.
Yeah, in those games, it's really tough to come into the game and really work to get the job done because it's you know, when it's such an offensive powerhouse and the momentum is in their hands, it makes it hard to combat that.
The other thing, too, and I'll ask you as a head coach, for a team like New York that has been struggling this year at times, coming in at 9-17, they've had some tough losses. They've had run rule losses, and OKC having their way with them. It looks like Michaela Transu finally found a starting 9 that works, and I'd have to imagine that if it works for you on night 1, you're going to try it until it doesn't work anymore.
That's exactly it. Michaela is such a fresh, face in the game, and she really is such a grounded foundational base of what she knows and what she knows about the game. So she is going to continue to do everything she can and find ways and people to get the job done.
Jada Coleman will lead it off for the Oklahoma City Spark. And the first pitch of the night is at the knees for a strike. We're underway. Coleman from Oklahoma, 1 for 5 in the series with a couple of strikeouts, hitting .409 with a home run and 6 RBIs. And takes off the plate, count 1-1. First victory for New York against OKC this year, and that's a little dunker out to left field, but an easy play for Carly Spade to record the first out of the evening. Defensively for New York, Carly Spade's out in left field, Ashley Trueweiler in center field with Lauren Lucas out in right, McKenna Smith at first, Sammy Williams at second base. Houck gets the start at shortstop, Riley Blampede at third base, Sophia Nugent behind the plate, and Courtney Weish in the circle. And a nice round of applause for Jocelyn Allo as she steps up to the plate. I know she's got some family here, but also an opportunity for Northeast fans to see Allo in person.
That's right. You know, when you can grow the game in this way and you can give the opportunity for people to see such dynamic players like Jocelyn Allo, it really helps to motivate the youth in the game.
Allo lines it foul down the right field line. She's got really quick hands. Last 4 games, she's 8 for 16, has hit 4 home runs, driven in 10, a grand slam Wednesday night, a solo home run last night, and they're trying to keep her in the ballpark.
Yeah, and I know you said her hands, but I'm also watching her body. The way that her body moves and the explosiveness that she's able to generate from the ground up is really what makes her so dynamic and such a threat.
Most home runs in NCAA history. Behind the count 0-2, and splash foul. Now we did get to see a few flaws for Allo. She came into the year, had not struck out at all. She struck out in each of the last 2 games, so I guess she is human.
She is human. You know, I think sometimes we forget that, but all athletes are human and are going to have those moments where they don't get the job done.
0-2 pitch stays high, and the count 1-2. Sellout crowd here at Bill Edwards Stadium on a Friday night in Nassau County, and Allo stays alive. Well, Allo leads the team in quality at-bats, and at-bats that extend more than 6 pitches, and a big reason for that is she's got a great eye, but she knows what she's looking for and can foul off a few pitches. 1-2 on the way. Tapped off the glove of Weish, but goes to Houck, and Houck lasers to first. Nice stretch by McKenna Smith, and Allo's retired.
What a great play. Way to hang with that ball. Houck had a tough bounce on that, and she just continued to look the ball in and be able to stay composed to get the out.
And let's see Smith straddle the bag here. Smith, normally a catcher, but doing a good job staying on the base.
Yes, that was a phenomenal effort. I mean, she laid out.
So 2 up, 2 down to begin the night for Courtney Weish. And here's Kinsey Hansen. And the backstop takes low for ball 1. Hansen 2 for 7 in the series with a triple and a walk, hitting .484 on the season. How about this? Hansen hitting .484, Jocelyn Allo .583. We've got Alyssa Brito on deck hitting .455.
Yeah, it's tough. When one person might not get the job done, the next person does. And when you have those numbers, statistically, someone's getting it done most of the time.
And it just goes to show, obviously, what the Spark have built and what they've parlayed over in Oklahoma, in that you can have Allo actually have protection behind her. Most programs will have a player like Allo, but then you can just pitch around her, not for OKC.
Not for OKC. I mean, they have threat after threat, and so you have to throw your best stuff. You have to be on. You have to be working locations and really trying to deceive the hitters. You know, find a way to deceive them.
Hansen ahead in the count, 2-1. The pitch, rolled on the ground, the short. This should be an easier play for Houck, but she muffs it. And it'll be an E6 as Hansen's aboard. Perhaps she needed some deflections, but Hansen keeps the inning going.
Yeah, you know, I saw she stuttered a little bit with her footwork, and and she kind of overran it a little bit. You could see how she got it on the right side of her body. And anytime you're working through the ball, you really want to keep it on the left side so that you can see it in and be able to make that routine play.
That brings up Alyssa Brito. 2 home runs on Wednesday night. Hitless last night.
A double play. Check out all that pizza at the top of section 2.
Brito coming into the series, hitting .455, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. And the count 2-0. Two-0 pitch, good off-speed pitch, 2-1.
Yeah, she's going to need to really harness that pitch tonight. That's going to be the thing that's going to allow her to be able to get these outs, as you've already seen so far this game.
2-1 coming. And that hits the outside corner, and the count even at 2-2. Umpires tonight. Paul Semikow is behind the plate. Daniel Abernathy is over at first, and Gilzeas at third base. And Brito calls time to talk to Flores.
Yeah, you can tell she didn't necessarily like that call on the outside half on that last pitch.
Is that one of those, as a player, you call time and just kind of vent to your coach?
Sometimes it's exactly what you need. You need to be able to take a deep breath and lock back in, and I think that's exactly what she's doing here. And it's good to see players take control in that way.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs are scoreless, top of the first. Here at Bill Edwards Stadium. Weish comes home with it. And just off the plate, the count is full.
Yeah, Weish wanted that because she got it on the last call.
Let's take another look.
Yeah, just to the outside, just missed.
3-2 pitch. Check swing, does not go around. Ball 4, and the inning continues. So New York close to ending the inning, an E6 by Megan Hauk for the 3rd error of the series, and then Alyssa Brito works the walk. So 2 on, 2 down, and that brings up Sydney Sherrill. And Sherrill takes high for ball 1.
That was a nice pitch.
That's one thing. I had the chance to talk to Tony Marie Valeriano at the beginning of the year, the pitching coach for the Rise. She said that was the biggest thing that Weish has been working on, is changing eye levels, because the stuff is there.
Yes, that's exactly it. And when she's doing that, when she's throwing that up pitch and then she's working that off speed, it's allowing there to be a greater chance of deception, especially when she hits spots.
1-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Nugent. 1-2. Weiss is strike away from getting out of a scoreless first. Pitch number 23 of the inning. Outside, and count 2-2.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she went back to something off speed here, or maybe something low in the zone.
Couple of shakeoffs from Weish. Now gets what she wants in the 2-2. Good job by Sherrill to stay alive. Sherrill last played in college in 2018 for Florida State, and she was a national champion. One of the most decorated Seminole softball players in school history. No one has played more games than Sydney Sherrill. Top 10 in batting average, and goes deep to left field. Spade looks up, reaches out, can't make the catch as it one-hops the wall. Kinsey Hansen's in to score. Alyssa Brito's behind her. There will be no relay throw. It's a 2 RBI double for Sydney Sherrill, and OKC capitalizes. They push in front 2-0.
Yeah, what a great battle by Sydney Sherrill. And honestly, I thought Spade had that. She went back. She made a good read. It looks like she stretched out as far as she possibly could and just missed it. I'm not sure if it hit her glove or not.
Yeah, Spade was playing in, and nice power by Sherrill the other way.
Yeah, and think about that. I mean, even for her playing in and where she was, the fact that she was even close to that ball speaks to her aggressiveness, her ability to change direction, and her speed.
We'll talk about it throughout the broadcast, but I think there's nobody better to talk to and discuss this issue with than playing the outfield at Bill Edwards Stadium, because there is a wind tunnel, and it is a little deceiving.
It is. You know, we're on an island, and the wind is coming from all directions. With any time of day, you can see the flag blowing in one direction, and then by the 7th inning, it's blowing in another. So you really have to make sure you're double checking which way the wind is coming from.
Nugent keeps it in front in the count 1-2. But Cheryl spanked that one, so it didn't matter. 1-2. And Lee fouls it off. Weiss has been in front the last 3 batters, but the error, the walk, and a 2 RBI double, and OKC can make you pay.
They can. They're disciplined at the plate, and either they're putting the ball in play or maybe they're drawing a walk, but they're always looking to make something happen.
And Lee spoils off another pitch.
And make you work for it, right? Like Weiss just having to throw more pitches. For the start of the game, that's tough, having to throw so many extra pitches.
No, you're right. This will be pitch number 28 for Weiss. Lee 2 hits in the series. They're both solo home runs in 6 at-bats. 1-2 coming. And we'll do it again.
It's so fun to see such a packed crowd here tonight.
Yeah, great sellout Friday night here in New York. No better place. Middle of the summer. And
great
it's not
weather.
Just,
sun's out. Not for long.
No. 1-2. 2-2. I think the great thing, too, is just seeing all the local youth softball teams as well.
Yeah, it's really cool. I noticed out on the outfield there are banners for different travel organizations in the Northeast, and them to even get this recognition and this visibility is really cool.
That bat continues. Good eye by Lee. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Weiss to Lee. Payoff pitch. And we'll have another. And credit to OKC through the first 2 games. They only struck out 3 times. That seems to be the case again. Just putting the bat on the ball.
Yeah, they are, fouling pitches off that they know are borderline pitches that may or may not be called strikes, and they're not willing to put it.
Lee sends it to deep right field. Lucas leaps, and that's gone. Haley Lee does it again. 3 straight games with a home run. This time a 2-run shot, and the Spark go up 4-0.
Wow, I mean, you knew right off the bat that ball was out of the park. She got all of it. But you saw how she was fouling those pitches off earlier in that at bat. She was waiting for her to bring it in just a little bit more, And when you do that, that's what happens, right? Because she was on those pitches she was fouling off.
4 runs, all unearned. And that'll bring up Riley Boone with the bases empty. And Boone, the slapper, fouls it off. Boone, an interesting case because she was coming in not at 100%, dealing with a nagging ankle injury. Was lifted in each of the last 2 games, but gets the start again.
Yeah, and when she's relying on her speed with an ankle injury, right, like that's got to be so tough kind of coming back because she's wanting to go full speed. She's trying to go full speed, but, sometimes the body is just still recovering.
1-1 pitch. That's high. And then they count 2-1. And both of the exits for Boone have been after hard ground balls in which she's running fast down the line.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's part of her game. I mean, she's got the ability to hit for power, but she also relies heavily on her speed.
Looped foul, and the count 2-2.
Please keep those balls away from my car.
Weiss trying to lock it down. This will be the 40th pitch of the inning. 2-2. And we'll have 41.
I like that she came inside there. I hope that she continues to try to, work both sides of the plate. When you stick to one side, it makes it easier for hitters. When she can come in like that to Riley and work both sides of the plate, I think it's going to help her find a way to get the out here.
2-2. Right back to the circle. Weiss stabs it and then fires to first to get Boone. But a 2-run home run by Haley Lee and a 2 RBI double by Sydney Sherrill give OKC a 4-0 lead going to the bottom of the first.
Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today.
Back here at Bill Edwards Stadium, and a 4-0 lead for Kelly Maxwell, the former Oklahoma great. Struck out the side in a scoreless 6th inning on Wednesday night, and she has been dialing it up so far this year, making her 3rd appearance, the Jacksonville native, 4th player in Florida softball history to be named SEC Player of the Year, and then finished it out at Oklahoma.
Yeah, she is really, really good, and being a lefty, being able to have speed, her spin is so tight on the ball, and the way that she's able to manipulate it, I'm really excited to be able to see her live today.
Only 2 lefties in the lineup for the New York Rise, and Lauren Lucas is one of them, and she takes a first pitch strike.
And she starts off with an off speed. I mean, if that doesn't tell you she's ready to go today, I don't know what does.
I'd have to imagine a lot of that is just calculating Lucas and clocking her from the dugout last night as Lucas went deep with a 3-run home run.
That's exactly it, right? Like they're coming in with a game plan and working to stick to it and see if they can get them right from the start.
And Lucas was struggling mightily. She was 3 for 17, struck out 8 times in the 4 games prior to last night, had a couple of hits in the home run, so trying to turn it around. And now behind in the count, 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, she's working to see the ball deep, and she's really seeing it well right now. And when you can see the ball well, there is such a higher probability that you're going to make something happen.
One, 2 on the way. And Lucas lays off, 2-2. Maxwell, 4-time World Cup softball gold medalist, member of the United States women's national team every year since 2012, 2017 USA Softball Female Athlete of the Year, and teammate to New York Rise's McKenna Smith in Japan. And play for Team Honda. Lucas has worked the count full. And the payoff pitch coming to the lefty. Foul tipped into the glove of Hansen, strike 3.
That's a tough pitch. She was a little bit out in front on that. I think if she would have took it, she might have drew the walk there.
Defensively for OKC, it's Riley Boone, Jada Coleman, and Alina Torres in the outfield. Jocelyn Allo, Rachel Becker, Alyssa Brito, Sydney Sherrill, Kinsey Hansen behind the plate, and Maxwell in the circle. Here's Riley Blampede. Still looking to reach base for the first time in the series in the 2-hole.
Yeah, you know, Blampede and Day have been so dynamic for the Rise so far this season. I mean, they're like a 1-2 punch.
Blampede hitting .406, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. And now behind in the count, 0-2. Maxwell working quickly, and ahead in the count again. And that's outside. Count 1-2. The biggest thing about Maxwell that's been impressive is that her first pitch strike percentage is at 63%, and she's just always working ahead in the count.
Yeah, and, you know, when you see Blampede come up and aggressive, you know, she's trying to play into that, knowing that she's going to see a hittable pitch within the first 3 pitches she throws, right? She's not going to waste time. She's going to get in there, and she's going to give you a hittable pitch. You just got to be ready for it and be on time for it.
So as a coach, how do you marry that? Because you've got a pitcher that you know is going to throw strikes, and perhaps their best pitch might be that first pitch, but you also want to draw up the pitch count.
You do, but, you know, more importantly, you want to figure out how to get on time. And the only way you're going to get on time is if you're aggressive and you take those risks early in the game. And then late in the game, maybe that's a pitch that you take because you are seeing it well, you have put the ball in play, and you are more on time. Early in the game, I say be aggressive, go after it, especially when someone has a high strike ratio.
Well, full counts of the first 2 batters and 2 Ks as Lucas and Blampede go down, and that'll bring up Courtney Day. Kelly Maxwell has faced 5 batters. She struck all of them out in the series. 3 on Wednesday night and 2 to start tonight. And you can see the shadows coming in, and you wonder if that's going to be a factor today, too.
Yeah, it is a little bit, when the sun sets, it's hard to see in certain spots. I find that to be the case almost at every field, unless they're perfectly constructed based on the rising and setting of the sun.
Well, it's very rare that you also have 2-tiered stadiums, so you're dealing with usual facilities that are like this.
Yes.
Courtney Day, 1 hit and 6 at-bats in the series. And .357 on the season. Started the year red hot, but trying to find her power again. Had 8 home runs in the month of June, but looking for home run number 9. The pitch. And that's inside. And the count 3-0.
Yeah, that's a great take. And, you know, I think if I know Michaela, I think she's given her the green light here that if she sees something that she can mash, she's going to go after it. If not, take the free base.
.3-0. That's upstairs, ball 4. And so the Rise in search of base runners get one in Day, and that'll bring up Carly Spade.
It's rare that you see that, right? Like Maxwell came out, struck 2 hitters out, and then had a 4-pitch walk. Uncharacteristic of her.
Well, here's Carly Spade, who can make you pay. One of the most preeminent home run hitters in NCAA history. And recently hired Ohio State assistant coach. Congratulations to her. She was named to Kieran Kumar's staff today. That announcement coming out. And for Spade.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity. Kieran's done a fantastic job at Ohio State. And when you can get, you know, professional players and keep them in the game in this way, it's just really fantastic. And congrats to her for you know, getting that job and setting herself up for being able to give back to the sport that has given everyone a lot, right?
And what's great about it is she's going with a full deck. Ohio State led the Big Ten in home runs last year, 147 as a team. That was 40 more than the second place team. Spade swings and misses at a high riser. But she's reuniting, of course, with Kumar knows the rest of the pitching staff and coaching staff, and Hadley Parison as well. Those two played together in Spade's senior year at Miami of Ohio, and Kumar taking Parison over from Miami of Ohio. And she tees that to right center field, going back, and that's gone into the trees. Carly Spade has gone deep to cut the lead in half. It's 4-2.
I love that. Her adjustment in seeing the ball deep and really getting after it, like that was fantastic.
Let's take another look.
Yeah, she was completely on time for that pitch. You know, in the couple pitches prior to that she saw, she was working to make the adjustment on that pitch, and she did.
Carly Spade, Jocelyn Allo, the only two players in NCAA history to hit more than 100 home runs. As the first pitch misses inside to McKenna Smith, or hits in the inside corner, and the count 0-1. Smith, a coming out party last night, had 2 hits. She's got 3 hits in the series, a couple of doubles and 2 RBIs.
I love the spark from the Rise, right? They are built from a lot of mid-major players, right, that are getting these professional opportunities for the first time, right, and had to work really hard for them. And if this doesn't tell you what kind of vibe they have in the dugout tonight, I don't know what does. It really seems like it's carrying over from yesterday.
Smith back to the circle, and Maxwell fields it and throws out her teammate. And the inning is over. But Carly Spade's gone deep. And for the first inning, it's a 4-2 game going to the second.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Sold out crowd on a Friday night. There are the Lynbrook Owls, other youth organizations here, and just great to see here at Bill Edwards Stadium. And if you would like to come to a game, there's one more homestand remaining next week against the Orlando Monarchs, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, 7 p.m. first pitch. You can purchase tickets at thenewyorkrise.com. Alongside Adrian Clark, I'm John Perez. We got a new pitcher. Allie Light comes in after Courtney Weiss had to throw 42 pitches in the first inning. As Light comes in from San Diego State, 1-3 on the year, a 5.39 ERA, and trying to keep this a 4-2 game and trying to provide some length for New York.
Yeah, I like this move. When you can make adjustments to pitching and you make them, aggressively, especially against the Oklahoma team, I really think it could add benefit to keeping the hitters off balance as they're nearly one time through the lineup here.
8-9-1 due up for OKC as Alina Torres starts it off for the Spark. And Light misses low for ball 1. Torres from Glendale, Arizona, 1 for 4 on the series, homered last night. Hitting .333 on the season with a home run and 7 RBIs. That home run, her only extra base hit so far. And the count even had a ball and a strike. Torres, another one of those players that averages around 4 pitches per at-bat, and Spark really know how to rise those pitch counts. 1-1, 2-1.
Yeah, and if you look, all of their hitters, for the most part, they're so calm and balanced in their legs. You don't really see any movements from them, right, until the pitch is reaching the contact zone.
2-1 pitch. And chop foul, 2-2. Torres, a 2022 NFCA All-West Region second team selection and was part of the All-Pac-12 first team in 2022. 667 OPS. Count even at 2-2. Light comes home with it. And it's lifted to shallow right, but Lucas angling back makes the catch for the first out of the second.
Yeah, great job for Light coming into the game, getting the out, working the count, right? She went in, she went out, she went in, she went out, got her to pop out.
Lucas a little bit in the shadows. Nobody actually is wearing the sunglasses on the right side. The only person with sunglasses is Carly Spade out in left field because she's the only one in the sun.
Yeah, the sun is only in her eyes there.
So this brings up Rachel Becker, providing some power out of the 9-hole last night. She went 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run in the 4th inning. And the count 0-2. Holly Light last pitched against the Atlanta Smoke back on July 5th. Went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks and a strikeout. One, 2 on the way. Little looper out to left. Spade comes on and makes the catch on the run. Sunglasses helping Spade to haul in out number 2.
Yeah, you could tell Rachel was a little bit off balance there, a little bit out in front. She just kind of poked her hands at the ball.
Spade covers a lot of ground out there, and the ball wasn't hanging up for too long.
No. Well, that's what I was talking about in the first inning on that ball she went back on. Her speed is impressive.
It's an interesting outfield because Spade and Lucas both are speedy, and Ashley Treeweiler normally played the corner outfield positions last year and first base, but she's manning center field tonight and did so last night. And not a knock against the athleticism of Treeweiler, it's just that she's not usually a center fielder for the Rise. Has played in college sporadically, but that's not a primary position.
Right, yeah, you know, that's the thing is when you start to figure out what's working and what's working right now, this is what's working. And when you have they're so dynamic when you have the 3 of them out there. You have the ability to shade in different directions and cover more ground, and sometimes it just works.
1-2 on the way. Hit under the glove of the diving Hauk and into center field, a base hit. Treeweiler lobs it back in, and Jada Coleman has her first hit of the night. How about Hauk? She gets to it. It's just a tad under her glove.
Yeah, you know, she was shaded a little bit more in, a little bit more shallow on that ball. She took the right angle. She was there. She just came up a little bit short in stopping it.
So the inning continues for Allo. Grounded out to short in her first at-bat. And on appeal, no, says the first base umpire, Daniel Abernathy. Count 1-0. Off the glove, but goes right to Hauk. And right place, right time, feeds Sammy Williams. Second time, Hauk has fielded a deflection and has converted an out.
On the same hitter.
4-2 going to the bottom of the second.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40 plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Bottom of the second inning, 4-2 OKC over the New York Rise. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez, and that's the newcomer, Megan Hauk, introducing herself in a big way last night and just smiling ear to ear in the post-game interview as well. She reached out to Michaela Transu earlier in the year, and Transu said, our roster's pretty full right now, but stay in shape. You never know what's going to happen. And she's done so, and she made the most of her opportunity.
Yeah, and don't you love to see that, right? Like, given an opportunity, came in, got the job done, right? There's nothing grittier than that. And that's just what you see in the way that she plays, the way that she's carrying herself, and she's just so happy to be here.
They both have that upstate New York connection, as Hauk is from Ravenna, New York, just outside of Albany, and of course Transu at Binghamton. But Hauk has been a nomad in college, starting her career at Colgate, then Tennessee Tech, before finally ending her career at Bryant. 2 for 4 last night, 4 RBIs. And the 1-0, swing and a miss at a rise, and the count 1-1.
Yeah, you see the way her body and her hands are kind of in front. She's using that a little bit as a timing mechanism to get herself in a loaded position. Sometimes you see hitters doing that so that they're not loading too soon, and they're trying to create the momentum so that they load and hit kind of all in one motion.
I'm always interested in how they identify what pitch is coming, because they're probably expecting a heater but have to adjust for the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, if you can stay in your legs, and even if you're fooled, if you can keep your hands back, you can make something happen, right? Even if your body's totally out in front, your hands, you can just kind of like poke at it and still be able to make something happen with an off-speed.
Count even at 2-2, home half of the second. Swing and a miss. Down goes Hauk as Maxwell goes up the elevator shaft for her third K of the night.
Number 17, Sophia Nugent.
Yeah, that's a really tough pitch, right underneath her hands. You know, she loaded up, but man, that pitch kind of got in there and got up real quick.
Here's Sophia Nugent. Nugent starting the latter 2 games of the series. And Sophia last night went 0 for 3. Came in as a defensive replacement Wednesday night, but trying to put it together at the plate. She's hitting .222. Takes outside, and the count 2-0.
Yeah, some of these misses from Maxwell right now are missing a little bit more wide than usual. If the Rise can continue to take those pitches and really work to get something more over the plate, she's going to throw it.
2-0 coming. Chop to third. Sydney Sherrill, long throw, and Allo picks it for the second out.
Yeah, what a great play of reading that ball.
Number 7, Sammy Williams.
Cheryl already playing behind the base, right? Having to tape a little bit deeper angle, but still able to get her body behind the ball to field it and make that longer throw. That was a great job of reading that ball.
Yeah, split decision. She doesn't want to have that in-between hop, and that's when chaos can happen.
That is exactly it. And that's why that deep angle really helped her, because it gave her a little bit of a variability for her to be able to get her body in position to field it cleanly.
Sammy Williams ahead in the count 1-0. 1 for 5 in the series. Snapped in on 8-game on-base streak last night. Runs to the count 2-0. Pitch, good rip by Williams. And the count 2-1. Sammy Williams, the first player ever signed by the New York Rise, and at times, Jeff Ahn, the owner for New York, would say, hey, I don't have anybody else signed, but stick with me. She started her career with the OKC Spark, saw the opportunity here in New York, and now is back for her second year. And she said that it's really helped salvage her career and really loves the opportunity she's getting with the Rise.
Yeah, it's great to see when owners and they put so much value into the sport, into the people. The people are what make it, and Jeff Ahn is the guy who makes things happen because he wants people to have that experience.
Here's a 3-1 pitch. And outside, ball 4.
Great job working the count.
Second walk by Maxwell, and that'll bring up Ashley Treeweiler. Shadow's getting a little better.
It is getting a little better. The lights are on, so that's good.
Treeweiler hit her second home run of the year last night and continues to hit the ball well in the month of July. Now hitting .365 in the month. 4 extra base hits. And a stolen 4 bases, so a threat on the base paths. She represents a tying run. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Second year with the New York Rise for Ashley Treeweiler. In and out of the lineup this year, but starting each of the last 2 games. Takes an outside strike. Count 1-2. One, 2. Right down the middle, strike 3 called. 4 strikeouts for Kelly Maxwell through her first 2 frames. 4-2 going to the third.
AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Times Square on a Friday night. The sun is setting in New York City. Some local heroes. You don't have to go to Ellis Island to see the Statue of Liberty. And, of course, Batman keeping track of Gotham. And here's our own hero, Double Play, and Ali Melendez. It's been a raucous crowd so far, and he's been a big reason for that.
He really is. He brings all the energy.
Now, he did some cartwheels yesterday. He's been challenged for the worm. Now, gets hugs from everybody around there. I think he's the number one. I know they do autographs after the game, but if you're either going to do autographs or selfies, a lot of these fans prefer the selfies.
The selfies, yeah. You know, I think that's part of where we are now, right? If I could leave with a picture versus an autograph, I think I'd probably do the same.
Now, to be fair, it's a double play. Doesn't really have much of a signature.
No, it does not.
Part of the order for OKC, Kinsey Hansen, Alyssa Brito, and Sydney Sherrill. And up against Allie Light, who got a couple of flyouts, surrendered a single to Jada Coleman, but got Jocelyn Allo to ground out for a scoreless second inning. Hansen reached on an error back in the first inning, and that really opened the floodgates. An E6 by Megan Hauk. Alyssa Brito then walked, 2 RBI double by Sherrill, and then Haley Lee went the opposite way for a 2-run jack. 1-0. 2-0.
Light, since coming in, has done a great job and continuing to work the zone. I would love to see her work ahead a little bit more to some of these hitters.
Is it anything mechanical, or is it just her nature that she nibbles? Like, what are you seeing from up here?
Yeah, you know, the timing looks to be just a little bit off with her body movements, but not much, which is why her misses are close. So I think if she can just get everything moving at the same time like she did there, she's going to hit those spots that she's trying to hit.
San Diego State and Arkansas in her career, 2-time All-Mountain West first team in 2023 and 2024, including being the Mountain West Pitcher of the Year back in 23. Grew up in Lexington, South Carolina. 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Hauk, room service hop, and rifles it over to first. She's got a cannon.
Yeah, great job by Hauk on that play. Reading it, making sure that she's not too aggressive on it, looking it in. Yeah, you can see the adjustment there, how she got it more on the left side of her body, making it a lot easier to transfer and a nice hard throw, making it look easy.
Alyssa Brito worked a walk back in the first inning. And takes at the belt for a strike, 0-1. Brito selected 17th overall, which was a 5th-round pick in the Women's Professional Fast Pitch Draft back in 2023.
Yeah, the timeout to tie the shoe, it's really important as a pitcher. Having been in the circle myself, I've tripped on my shoestring before, so.
Are you a loop, shoot, pull, or bunny ears?
Loop, shoot, pull, definitely.
I sense a little ire with thinking, a little disgust when I brought up the bunny ears.
Not disgust. For me, I have a hard time getting it to the level of tightness I would like with the bunny ears.
I'm with you.
What about you?
I'm a bunny ears guy.
Okay.
1-1 swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. I thought as a coach and a teacher and a leader, you would be accepting of different types.
You know,
but I've learned not.
I am accepting of different types. I was more speaking from me personally, but I think that is a very valid way to get the job done.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Brito, and 2 quick outs to start the third.
Yeah, great job. You saw her start that at bat with a strike, and then to come back and get her chasing on this pitch, low and away. Beautiful, beautiful execution.
Good movement on the pitch, and here comes Sydney Sherrill with the bases empty. And Light ahead in the count, 0-1. Well, since you mentioned it, Light has been pounding the zone on the last 4 pitches.
I know. Maybe I should just say it and then And then it will happen? Does it always work that way?
You got to manifest it.
Okay, you're right.
You're a former player, a coach. Sometimes you just got to put it out there.
You're right. And I love what she's done, right? When you put yourself, as a pitcher, when you put yourself in positions like this, it allows you to, expand the zone in ways that you can have more success against hitters.
0-2 on the way. And a good setup pitch by Light, 1-2. Light looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the night. 1-2. Lifted to deep left center field. Spade goes back, and that's out of here. A laser off the bat of Sydney Sherrill. She goes deep for her second home run of the year, and OKC expands their lead to 5-2.
Yeah, when I look back here, Sydney Sherrill just did a great job on that ball. I don't think it was a terrible pitch to her. She sort of, if you saw how the ball was more in the inner half, and she kept her hands inside, she sort of inside-outed it with power, right? That's not easy to do.
It's really interesting to see some lefties get the stereotype of being a slapper, but Sydney Sherrill hits to all fields, and that's on display tonight. 2 RBI double the other way, now goes deep. And here's Haley Lee, who went the opposite way in her first at-bat for a 2-run home run. A 1. Into right field, that's a base hit and skips past the glove of Lucas. Lee's thinking extra bases and stands into second with a 2-bagger.
Yeah, that was a very similar pitch that she got in her previous at-bat that she hit the home run on. Low and away, that pitch is not a bad pitch. What she's able to do on those pitches on the outer half is incredibly impressive.
There's a swing.
Her timing, her execution.
Here's Riley Boone, who takes downstairs for ball 1. 5 hits for OKC. 4 of them are extra base hits. And Riley Boone grounded out to Courtney Weiss, and rolling at bat to finish the first. Boone now 4 for 7 in the series. And you see McKenna Smith, the first baseman, playing in, and Smith last night continued to play in, and Boone just shot it right under her glove into right field.
Yeah, the positioning is everything. They're playing the odds, right? They're giving something up. They're giving up that hard hit.
This is an easier play for Spade. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Sydney Sherrill's solo home run extends the lead to 5-2, 2.5 in the books.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Home half of the third in a 5-2 game. OKC leads New York in the rubber match. This is a series that was originally supposed to be 4 games. Tuesday night's field was unplayable, so that game got canceled. OKC winning on Wednesday night. New York returning the favor last night. And Lauren Lucas steps up to the plate with her team trailing by 3. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez. And now, second time through the order, what adjustments do you want to see out of Kelly Maxwell?
Yeah, out of Kelly Maxwell, I want to see her be more aggressive early in the count. She kind of got away from that and continue to use her off speed to set up her rise ball.
Lucas swings through the first pitch, and the count 0-1. She struck out swinging in her first at-bat. 4 strikeouts through the first 9 batters for Maxwell, 1 walk, and has given up a 2-run home run to Carly Spade. A 1, 0-2. Maxwell, we mentioned the efficiency that she's had and has really worked ahead in the count, and once again, ahead 0-2, but the strikeout to Lucas and both Blampede, she would get ahead 0-2 and then worked full counts and delivers upstairs.
Yeah, when she works ahead and she's using those pitches, like her rise ball there, just missed, right? Great take by Lucas.
42 pitches through 2+ innings of work. And then pitch number 43, high and tight, 2-2.
Another great take by Lucas. Really working to see the ball deep.
Well, for New York, you'd love to chase Maxwell, but you've got Maddie Penta looming in the dugout. Certainly a great option after she threw 5 scoreless innings on Wednesday night. And like the first at-bat, Lucas has worked the count full.
Yeah, great job by Lucas. You saw that she wanted to go for that last pitch, and she's eager to put the ball in play and to get after it, but she knows that those pitches aren't going to help her get that job done.
Payoff pitch. And that's low, ball 4. Third walk issued by Maxwell. And the leadoff hitter's aboard for Riley Blampede.
Yeah, great job by Lucas. Leadoff walk going, as we get deeper into this game. That's exactly what the Rise are looking for.
Blampede a strikeout back in the first. Would have represented the tying run, but a home run by Sydney Sherrill last inning, extending the lead to 5-2. Blampede in her second year with the Rise. Had a great offseason, continues to balloon her numbers, hitting above 400. And Blampede really seen more as a bottom-of-the-order defensive first player last year, but has turned herself into an offensive tool.
She really has. She's locked into her game and what she needs to do, what adjustments need to be made, and you've seen her make those.
Lucas off of first in the 1-1, 1-2. Maxwell continuing to change the eye level, and now ahead 1-2. Got her. Second time Blampede goes down via the K. It's 5 strikeouts for Kelly Maxwell and 1 away in the third.
Designated player number 15, Courtney Day.
And so that'll bring up Courtney Day. Day worked to walk, came around to score on the home run and lines it out to center field. Coleman picks it off, fires back to first, and Lucas gets back safely. 2 away.
Yeah, I love Day's approach here. Aggressive, right on it, line drive up the middle. Couldn't have done anything more with it. I don't know that we needed that throw from Coleman. There's this thing that you don't ever want to have unnecessary throws, right? They could have turned into extra bases. Thankfully, that did not. Allo was able to stop it over there at first.
It was interesting because she did that a few times last night, and Coleman, she's a fun player to watch. I think she knows how good she is defensively and the wizard that she is. There were a few dekes that she had that froze base runners and even deked a few players on the home runs, balls that were long gone, and she looked like she was going to settle under them and then just watch the ball go over the fence.
Yeah, she's really dynamic. She sees the game. She's reading everyone right now, right? And that's what makes her so much of a threat is, like, she saw that the runner was off. She saw that she got to the ball so quickly. She had it in her glove. And she was just looking for a back pick. If you're going to do that, though, I want to see you make a good throw, right? And I want Allo to be expecting it.
No, you're right. And, of course, Allo doing a good job keeping it in front. That's all you can do. The other benefit is that there's not a lot of foul ground here, but you're right. I think you don't want to give extra bases and put somebody in scoring position, especially with Spade at the plate. A 2-run home run back in the first, her 6th of the year. And the count even at 2-2. Two-two pitch. And that's in the hole and into left field for a base hit, and Spade's got her second hit of the day. Boone knocks it down as Lucas scampers to second, and Carly Spade on at first.
Yeah, Carly did a great job exploiting the hole. You can see where Brito was, pinching up the middle, the 5-6 hole wide open. She almost got a glove on it, but not. She hit it so hard that she didn't really have that much of a chance. Even if she did stop it, I think Spade beats that out.
So here's McKenna Smith. Second opportunity against her teammate from Honda out in Japan. That misses off the plate in the count 1-0. Smith grounded out to Maxwell back in her first at-bat. Has some pop. Couple of doubles last night. 8 extra base hits on the season. And that's going to be Brittany Williams to go out and talk to Maxwell and give her a little breather.
Yeah.
Notice anything or?
Yeah, I was just going to say a perfect time for a timeout. A couple base runners on. Kelly Maxwell is getting a little bit deeper into the game. Her pitch count is getting up there. So just giving her a nice little reset, reminding her that she's got 2 outs, right? And to continue to attack.
Meanwhile, at the plate, McKenna Smith representing the tying run. Good opportunity for Smith. Play resumes and we get ready. And the pitch inside.
There's been a couple close balls here. You can tell the Rise hitters want to hit because they are not letting the ball hit them as those inside pitches come in there.
Pitch. That's upstairs. Check swing. Did you go? No, says the third base umpire, Gil Zayas. And the count 3-0. It is NCAA rules for the umpires, which is why the appeal goes down to the third base umpire. I think it's silly, but those are the rules, so that's why you appeal there.
Those are the rules.
Because Daniel Abernathy has a better vantage point on the right side, wouldn't you say?
Yes, except he is up the middle. He's not directly down the line. I think that's why they default it.
Well, Smith didn't swing at all, and now the bases are loaded. And it looks like we'll get a pinch hitter here for New York. And the bases will be loaded for Alex Brown. So not sure if Hauk suffered an injury or if this is just a coach's decision. But the bases are loaded, and here's Alex Brown looking for her first hit of the series.
Yeah, sometimes when I think every coach has players in the lineup that they know when they get runners in scoring position or they get bases loaded, they know that they want to put a certain hitter in because they statistically will get the job done, right? Like you always have that one hitter that's going to be the first one off the bench that you're going to use, but you're going to play it like a chess piece. You're going to wait until the perfect time to put them in, and why not now?
And the Rise are shorthanded too. No Jenna Laird. She didn't participate in warm-ups, dealing with a back injury, and the hope is that she's ready to go next week. Here's the 1-0. That's outside 2-0. Brown last played Wednesday night, went 0 for 2. But ahead in the count, 2-0. And nobody warming up in the OKC bullpen.
It's also the lefty-lefty matchup, so that also could be maybe what she was thinking when going with Brown.
So you're saying that it would benefit Brown, the lefty against the lefty?
Yes.
Assuming there's no injury.
Assuming there's no injury, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, especially how Kelly has, missed some pitches more wide, and depending upon what the umpire zone is, right, if they're not calling it. So I do think that could play into the thought process there of why going with Brown.
So far, Maxwell's been our own worst enemy, falling behind in the count 3-1. And a good hitter's count for Alex Brown, looking to break through against OKC. 3-1 pitch. On the outer half, and the count is full.
These are the best part of the game. Bases loaded, full counts. Beautiful night, good weather.
Good company.
Good company.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a 5-2 lead for OKC. Payoff pitch, and that's hit in the air out to left field. Boone going back, but she's there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. New York leaves them loaded, and we're through 3, 5-2 OKC.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT/SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Welcome back to Bill Edwards Stadium. Third pitcher for New York is Lauren Krings, who battled last night. Krings doing a good job, got the start. Went 3 1/3 last night, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts as she picked up her second win of the year. And one more thing, too, for New York, Megan Hauk re-enters. So we were talking a little bit of strategy, and you're right. Coach Transu wanted the lefty-lefty matchup, and good to see that Hauk is okay and it's not a health issue.
Yeah, exactly.
And the first pitch to Alina Torres is outside for ball 1. Krings comes in for Allie Light, who went 2 innings, gave up a run on 3 hits, no walks and 1 strikeout.
And another good move by making another pitching change here. Give the pitcher a fresh inning, fresh arm, really work to keep these hitters off balance.
I think the other thing, too, what we've seen in this series is that OKC much better second time around.
Yes.
So if you can get 2 innings or have your relievers only face the batters once, one time around, that's the benefit.
That's exactly it, yep.
Way in during the game for the Rise is shortstop. Number 4 making it out.
Alina Torres, Rachel Becker, and Jada Coleman, 8-9-1. Up against Lauren Krings. And that skips low, the count 3-1. Krings last night, 64 pitches, 41 of them for strikes. As Torres worked a walk in her only at-bat against Krings last night. Behind in the count, 3-1. 3-2. Krings, a great career at Mizzou. Grew up in Loveland, Colorado. Had the opportunity to pitch against TC Colorado in her hometown. That's sky to right, and that's gone. Another home run for Oklahoma City. This time it's Alina Torres. 6-2, OKC on the road.
Yeah, you are seeing the Oklahoma team, if I think about all the home runs that they have hit, they've all been opposite field, right? They're letting the ball get deep. They're seeing it in. And this is no exception.
Just seems like the ball gets into a jet stream in right field and carries out.
It does a little bit, actually. I've seen a lot of home runs go over that right field fence, and some even land on top of the building out there.
Here's Rachel Becker. Flew out to left in her first at-bat. And then misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of frustration, I think, in all of the pitchers in the game today. Really trying to work the zone and find the zone, and just a little inconsistency there as they're navigating, trying to figure out what exactly that is.
It's now 10 home runs in the series by OKC. Rachel Becker has one of them as well. Happened last night. And that's downstairs, 3-0. Well, this is where you want to be. Behind in the count, 3-0 to Becker. Has a take sign and takes outside. Ball 4. First walk issued by Krings, and that'll turn over the lineup for Jada Coleman.
Yeah, I as a pitcher, I really want to go after the 9-hole and try to eliminate turning the lineup over again. But also, Becker's a threat. I mean, she had that home run in the other game. She also is so good at seeing the ball. So you've got to, again, 1 through 9, you got to continue to try to throw your best stuff and hit some spots.
Coleman a hit and a fly out in 2 at-bats. First time facing Krings. And the first pitch up the middle. Hauk steps on the bag for 1, fires to first. In time, Smith holds on and gets Coleman by a stride. A 6-6-3 double play.
Amazing. That's where you see Hauk's arm strength come into play, right? Able to see that ball in. Wasn't sure if she was going to catch it. Decided to sit back, receive it, tag the base, make the play. You can see she barely even set her feet there and just launched it. Fantastic job. That was a clutch play for them.
So the bases are empty for Jocelyn Allo. And the first pitch hits the inside corner, 0-1. Allo, a couple of ground outs to the shortstop, but both happened the same way, hitting off the glove of both Courtney Weiss and then Allie Light. Serves a foul down the right field line. 0-2. I didn't get the chance to see Allo at Bill Edwards Stadium last year. She was competing with Team USA. Which certainly brings a crowd. And the 0-2, that's high. And the count 1-2.
She does. She brings a crowd. You know, what's also cool is just hearing all of the youth in the stands cheering for all of the players, right? Like, while there's some names that they recognize more than others, they also see local talent here, which is really amazing for them to see.
1-2 pitch, and that's chopped foul. And I think the thing that we haven't brought up either, and social media obviously being a big part of rising the popularity amongst women's sports, Jocelyn Allo, you look her up, one of the social media clips that I enjoy, had a stint with the Savannah Bananas as well.
Yes.
I think she became the first women's player to play, or at least women's professional player to play.
Yeah, that was amazing. You know, what the Savannah Bananas have been able to do, and being able to bring in talent from our game into that game is really something special.
I want the yellow suit.
The yellow suit is pretty cool.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6-2 lead for Oklahoma City. And Allo stays alive.
I think my favorite part of the dance moves.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have good dance moves?
No, but I'm committed.
Okay.
And that's what you need.
That's all that you need to be a Savannah Banana, I think, is the commitment, right?
I'm the player that I'm not going to hit 300 or home runs, but I will run hard to first.
Perfect. Every team needs that player.
But then I'd complain that I'm not playing every day. So that's my issue. 2-2 pitch, that's low. You count 3-2.
Keep working, John!
Solo home run by Alina Torres to lead off the inning. Crane's trying to keep it there. And that's high, ball 4, and Allo is aboard for the first time tonight.
You know, seeing how she is in her stance, and she gets so deep in her legs, yet she stays, like, she comes up a little bit, but she stays in them, and she's just, seeing it live is the next level.
How about Kinsey Hansen and the defense respecting her? Outfield playing deep, just a couple of steps shy of the track. Hansen reached on an error back in the first and then grounded out to the shortstop in her last at-bat. 0-for-2. Just look how deep Treeweiler is out in center field.
Yeah, she is.
And there's Carly Spade. We had to zoom out to find her. 0-1. 1-1.
I love the fearlessness to which Krings is throwing these inside pitches right now. You don't see, and we haven't seen a lot of the pitchers go inside on these Oklahoma Spark hitters, and I just think you really need to get in there and test it, right? And then be able to go back outside and expand it.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Which is what you just saw her do there, right?
The issue with the Rise this year, pitching-wise, has just been replicating. And that's always the pitcher's quandary, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But that's certainly been on display this year with New York against good power-hitting teams like the Spark and the Smoke, Florida Vibe. And at this level, it's going to make you pay. You can get away with it in the college level, high school level, whatever, but these players, they're all getting paid.
Yes, and as we were talking before, I mean, all of them can hit for power.
Including Hansen, who sends it to the next county. Kinsey Hansen's gone deep for a 2-run home run. Oklahoma City has opened it up as Hansen hits her 4th home run of the year.
You know, I said I'd love seeing her go inside, and she went inside again. This one just got a little bit too much of the plate, and Kinsey was more than on time for that one.
I think Hansen also enjoyed watching her come inside.
I think she did too. I think she went inside the couple times, went outside, and kind of, it appears as though she was anticipating Krings was coming back inside on that again.
So here's Alyssa Brito. And Brito takes low for ball one. Well, if you're Oklahoma City, you have to start thinking about a run rule, and if you can continue to add on those runs, looking to get up 8 after 5. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1. Brito red hot in game 1, a couple of home runs. Hitless last night, but a walk and a strikeout tonight. 1-1. 2-1. One. Off the glove of Nugent. Only count 3-1. I spoke to Michaela Transu earlier tonight. She said that all pitchers are available tonight. And we've seen 3 of the 4. You've got Jalen Ford in the bullpen, not warming up. And my question is, knowing that the run rule is there, is she someone that you just start to warm up, trying to keep Oklahoma City at bay?
Yeah, I think you have to, right? I think it's a all-hands-on-deck situation.
Skips off the glove of Treeweiler, and Brito's thinking 3. Relay throw from Houck. Hits the runner, and Brito locates it, and she'll score on the Little League home run. Well, it wasn't over the fence, but it's a 4-bagger for Alyssa Brito, 9-2 OKC. So it'll be a single and 2 errors on the play.
Yeah, what a tough ball, right? Like that ball was smoked, and she kind of got caught in between, right? Does she charge it? Does she stay back? And it really just got her. But Brito's aggressiveness in taking third and then finding the ball, not exactly what I think the Rise were going for there.
How about McKenna Smith trying to rally the rest of the crew?
Third base number 24, Sydney Sherrill.
Smith has been the everyday catcher, one of the captains of the team, and now the last 2 games getting the start at first base and just trying to settle everybody down.
Yeah, you know, being able to have some leadership in those ways and really just have everybody take a deep breath, right? Like, they're capable of beating Oklahoma. They've shown that, right? And sometimes you just need to remind them of that.
Comes a 1-0. Now back to the screen. Sydney Sherrill, a 2 RBI double and a solo home run. Both of them opposite field shots. Just the quick hands, the power, the complete package for Sherrill. Springs has given up 2 home runs in the inning. And then the 4-baser by Brito. Sherrill lifts it to deep left field. Does she have another one? Yes, she does! 3rd home run of the inning for Oklahoma City. Sydney Sherrill, a solo shot, her 3rd of the year. 10-2 Spark.
Yeah, again, she just is so powerful, and she sees the ball so deep. Another opposite field home run. I mean, there's not much that she's not hitting today. Inside, outside.
And so that's going to be all for Lauren Krings. Can't get out of the fourth inning. And Jalen Ford will be coming in for New York. We'll take a quick break. 10-2 Oklahoma City on the All Women Sports Network.
AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
Jalen Ford makes her second appearance of the series. She goes up against Haley Lee, who tops the first pitch foul, 0-1. Ford got the start Wednesday night, went 5 1/3, gave up 7 runs on 9 hits. She was competitive. It was a late grand slam by Jocelyn Allo for the inflated stat line, but was really competing the first 5 innings, only gave up 3 runs, but Maddie Penta was something else. And now quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 to Lee.
Yeah, and anytime you see a pitching change happen like that, you hope that your pitcher comes in and does exactly what Jalen Ford has done and gets ahead with 2 strikes.
Well, with an 8-run lead after 5, that's why it's imperative for Jalen Ford to keep it 10-2 as we're in the 4th inning, and you hope that New York can rally and try and extend this game.
Exactly.
Already a run rule Wednesday night in the 0-2 pitch. That's outside in the count 1-2. Lee, a 2-run home run back in the first inning to the opposite field, and then banged a double to right field back in the 3rd. Up and in, but that might have hit the bat. And it did not. It hit her hand. I'm not sure if it did. You heard the sound, but Lee's going to take first base.
Yeah, you heard the sound. It looked like it hit her hand. Yeah, right on her wrist there. It's always tough when it happens in live time because you're not sure. When you hear the sound of it, it sounds like it hits the knob of the bat, but that definitely got all of her arm.
Amber Flores is going to go out and check out Lee. Make sure that she's okay. So Lee gives a thumbs up. She's a tough player, and that's going to bring up KK Madry. So KK Madry is going to get her first at bat of the evening, and this is for the 3rd straight game Riley Boone's going to be lifted. We had speculated if Riley Boone was 100% healthy, but with an 8-run lead, and you want to get some at-bats for your bench players, this is the perfect spot for Madry.
Exactly. You want to be able to get opportunities to other players so that, you can continue to develop your entire roster.
Madry singled in her only at-bat back on Wednesday night. Squares, misses, ball 1. Madry from Noonan, Georgia. just graduated from Liberty, and what a year Liberty had this year. 51 wins. And Madry hits it into right field. That's a base hit. Lucas goes to play it. Lee goes first to third. The throw goes all the way to third, and that's going to allow Madry to take second. So it's a single, but OKC now with runners on second and third and 2 down for Alina Torres.
Yeah, I thought for a minute there, I thought that they were going to split the runners and get the ball to 2. But she must have seen that she had an opportunity to still get the runner at third. Let's see, by the time she flips. Yeah, that's a tough play with the distance by the time she picked it up, right? She's going to be safe. I would have liked them see them go to 2, split the runners, give them a shot to try to prevent putting another runner in scoring position.
So Michelle Moultrie comes up as a pinch hitter for Alina Torres. Runners on second and third, and Moultrie, the former Florida Gator, takes a strike, 0-1. Moultrie, a defensive replacement Wednesday night, and then came on and hit and grounded out in her only at-bat. Now behind in the count, 0-2. 0-2 coming. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. But OKC sends 10 batters to the plate. They lead it 10-2 going to the bottom of the 4th inning.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
Welcome back to Bill Edwards Stadium. Oklahoma City continues to pour it on. They scored 4 runs in the first, a run in the third, and then put up a 5-spot last inning. And KK Madry and Michelle Moultrie are going to stay on for OKC as Madry goes to left, Moultrie to right, and Jada Coleman out in center field. Meanwhile, for Kelly Maxwell, gave up the 2-run home run, since then has put nothing across through her first 3 innings.
Yeah, she's really settled in and just managed her game today, even though she's not getting all of the pitches that you can tell she wants to get.
Sophia Nugent will start it off for the Rise. And the first pitch from Maxwell is high for ball 1. Nugent a ground out to third, back in the second inning. Nugent, the social media star, because of the makeup, the eyeshadow. I'm trying to think of a name for it. It's not a smoky eye, but she's got the teal under her eyelids. Does that count as smoky eye? I'm the worst with that. I don't know any of the terms.
Well, I guess it kind of depends. Smoky is when you're really trying to blend it in there. You also have different eyeliners you can put in, and then you can blend them as well. So you've got a lot of options you can do. I think smoky eye works.
Okay. I just don't want, I know on the All Women Sports Network, I don't want them to say, well, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about regularly. Now he's certainly out of his depth.
You're doing good that you even know the term smoky eye, I think.
Oh, broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right.
Nugent ahead in the count, 2-1. Count 2-2. Meanwhile, Maxwell has been solid. He got out of a bases-loaded jam last inning. And you just talk about the game and a game of inches as Nugent takes up an in 3-2. 5-2 game, bottom of the third inning last inning. And the Rise don't capitalize. And OKC pushes across 5 runs. That's where we stand right now on a 3-2 count to Nugent. The pitch number 72 for Maxwell. Spoiled foul. We'll do it again.
We have seen a lot of foul balls today.
And it's an active parkway here, too.
It is. It really is.
So encourage the fans not to go after the foul balls.
Yes. The road can be a little dangerous.
You got to fix the speed bumps here.
I agree with that. I don't even think everyone abides by them.
Well, no. clearly not. Which is fine. But you got to have smooth speed bumps then.
Yeah.
You can't commit 2 things, right? You
Right.
can't have two
injustices.
So that's rolled foul.
I also saw, was it today that the team did, I'm totally going off topic here, but I saw the Vincent sign out there. The team did Vincent's as a pregame meal
Vincent's
today.
Clam Bar, which is a great sponsor and located right there on Carl Place by Roosevelt Field Mall.
Yes. Delicious Caesar salad.
I got to check it out then. See, I'm a Sophia Nugent works the walk. I'm pretty picky. Well, my wife says that I'm picky, but my default is a chicken parm if we're going to an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
But I could be convinced into other things.
Okay.
But if you could sell me on other dishes, fine. But I always default to chicken parm. You keep your options open, or are you a default person?
No, I like to keep my options open.
Okay.
I do. I love a good bolognese or maybe Alfredo. Those are 2 that I like to go between.
Fettuccine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I mix up the noodles.
I'm with you. I was spaghetti for a long time, and then got introduced to linguine. Can't do the elbows, as Williams flares it foul. They're just too small.
They are. I think elbows belong in Kraft macaroni and cheese.
I agree. That's fair. Because you can't have pasta with a spoon.
Right. Exactly.
Kelly Maxwell's been feasting today on this Rise lineup. There's the 0-1. 0-2. As Williams takes on the inside corner. Williams drew a walk back in the second inning, was stranded there. 4 walks, 5 strikeouts for Maxwell. He's given up 2 runs in 3+ innings. Swing and a miss. Down goes Williams for the 5th strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Great job by Kinsey Hansen hanging on to that pitch. That was a tough one.
Ashley Trewiler.
And so that'll bring up Ashley Trewiler. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. And the pitch dives down and in for ball 1. It's always an adjustment period. First year that Trewiler and a lot of the Rise roster and the returners not playing a full college season. And some of them doing their best to stay in shape. But it's such a regimented schedule that they're used to having, and then that's what makes the pros is trying to replicate that success.
That's exactly it. You know, and the pros are not always getting the same reps, right, that they would get in their college experience, and they've got to find that on their own. And one of the hardest things is getting the live reps off of a live arm. Mm-hmm. And some programs have people just throwing BP, right, constantly, every single day. So when you're getting that every day, it's a game changer. So you got to kind of recreate that. You got to find ways to, continue to develop your skills.
We'll use Jenna Laird for example. Great career at Mizzou, then comes home. She's from East Meadow. Took an assistant coaching job at Adelphi. So is she just supposed to take reps for the Panthers? Her job is to make sure that Adelphi is the best team that they can be and the standard that they've upheld, especially with the new coaching staff. So that's kind of the in-between that she's got to work around.
Yeah, she's got to do her job, and then she's got to get her work in for herself, right? And that's the difference with these professional ball players, is that they are consistently doing the work, whether it's in the weight room, on the field, getting at bats in. They know what they need to do because they know that they are a professional at their craft.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Maxwell as Truweiler goes down, and back to the top of the order. It's Lauren Lucas, who walked in her last at-bat. And Maxwell continues to pound the zone for strike one. Lucas, a strikeout and a walk in 2 plate appearances against Maxwell. Trying to keep the line moving and put some runs on the board. Pitch, carved foul. And Maxwell ahead, 0-2. Middle infield playing back against the speedy Lucas. And the 0-2 up high, 1-2. Maxwell trying to get through the 4th. Pitch. And the off-speed pitch gets Lucas for strike 3 as Maxwell sets down 3 via the K in the inning. And we're through 4, a 10-2 lead for Oklahoma City.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com.
There's a shot of Forest Hills, Queens on a Friday night in New York City. Hop on the Long Island Railroad, take it over to Hofstra. And Jalen Ford back out on the mound for her first clean inning of work. She is the 4th New York Rise pitcher. Came in for Lauren Krings, who only retired 2 batters, gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. As Ford trying to keep this a 10-2 game and keep the margin of error slim and try and keep her team in it. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez, and Oklahoma City is as good as advertised in person. But Jalen Ford trying to change that for New York.
Yeah, they still have an opportunity here, right? Like they need to get some things strung together. Hopefully Jalen can keep them, prevent the damage and get them back in there to rally some things together.
5 runs last inning. They sent 10 batters to the plate. Home runs from Alina Torres, as well as Sydney Sherrill, and Kinsey Hansen dropping the hammer with a 2-run home run. And that pitch upstairs, and the count 1-1 to Becker. Becker hitting 400 out of the 9-hole. Takes down and in. On the count 2-1.
Isn't that something? A 9-hole hitter hitting 400.
The scouting department's been great, doing a great job, and it was interesting with Oklahoma City because they have a truncated schedule this year. Last year they played a few national teams, played Athletes Unlimited, played the Texas Smoke, now the Atlanta Smoke. It seems like a rotating cast of opponents this year, so they're very familiar with New York and Florida. And not to say that they're not talented, but it certainly helps these hitters. We see it in one game, second time through the order. Now they're facing the Rise for the 7th time this year.
Exactly. When you start to play that many games against the same opponent, you know their entire pitching staff, right? And you know what the approach should be against each of them.
These franchises each carrying about 4 or 5 pitchers. In college, you're probably around those numbers too, right? Or some coaches are struggling to get 4 pitchers there.
That's exactly it. I think college softball has changed exponentially. I mean, you really do need a staff of 5 to 7 pitchers that...
Up the middle, there's Hauk in the hole. Long throw, and Becker beats it out. An infield single, her first hit of the day. She's 1 for 2.
Yeah, she took just enough off the ball when she made contact to be able to beat this out. She got jammed, but a perfectly placed ball. I would have liked to see Hauk charge that, knowing that the ball was dying, and maybe she put herself in a position to make that play. But that's a tough one.
This brings up Jada Coleman. Takes outside corner strike. It's 0-1. Coleman 1 for 3, singled back in the second, and then hit into a double play last inning. Taps it foul, 0-2. See the corners pinch in against Coleman, respecting her speed. Hoping for another double play. 0-2. That's high, 1-2. One-two pitch. Served in the air out to left. Can of corn for Carly Spade. 1 down.
First base, number 78, Jocelyn Allo.
And so 1 on and 1 out for Jocelyn Allo. Allo walked last inning, a couple of ground outs to the shortstop, Megan Hauk. It was her grand slam that closed the book on Jalen Ford Wednesday night. And they're looking to strike lightning again. Allo with 5 home runs, 23 RBIs. Hit .583 coming into the series. Hits it hard, nice stab by Sammy Williams. Goes to second for 1. Hauk, the return throw, not in time. Allo legs it out by a hair, but there's 2 away.
Wow, what a great play. What a great stop. Such a hard hit ball, deep angle. Gets the lead out. Tough ball to turn 2 on, but still almost had the play. If the throw was a little bit higher to Hauk, I think she might have had that.
That's one of the cons for Allo, too, in her hitting the ball so hard, is that she's prone to the double play.
Oh, yeah. If the infield can knock the ball down, they most certainly will put themselves in a position to have that.
Kinsey Hansen takes up and in. 2-run home run to deep left center field in her last at-bat. One 0. That's laid in there for a strike, 1-1. 1-1. 2-1. Hansen, part of Team USA back in 2023, a Japan All-Star Series selection. Johnny Bench Award winner in 2023 for the best softball catcher in the NCAA. I know, yeah, she's got 4 national championships.
Also that.
3-1. Good rip at a fastball. It's 3-2.
No big deal, right?
No big deal. Well, it was funny. We had Nicole Mendez here for the first 2 games of the series. Kind of jokes with her. She only won 2. So she's not even part of the group. They got rid of her in the group text.
Got rid of her in the group text. That's
Be
funny.
3 or more.
3 or more. Okay.
3-2. Hansen stays alive.
It's really so incredibly impressive that they were able to do that and that she got to be a part of it and you know, setting the precedent for what can be done, right? And it's almost like the unthinkable. Like they've done the unthinkable.
Well, that College World Series streak snapping this year as that's low, ball 4. And so the inning continues for Alyssa Brito. Second walk issued by Ford as Allo goes to second. Hansen on at first, and here's Brito. Had the Little League home run last inning. Single to center. An error by Ashley Treeweiler allowed her to take second base, and then an E6 for Megan Hauk. Hit the runner in Brito, and she came around to score. And lays off for ball 1. One out. 1-1.
Losing 7-0. Mets are losing 6-2.
Ford winds and fires. And that's high 2-1. Well, this has just been a tough matchup for Ford. Someone who nibbles and tries to rely on hitters to chase. And when you've got a team that is disciplined in Oklahoma City, Ford's pitching from behind.
Exactly.
And so now the count 2-2.
Yeah, they chase so rarely that you really have to be so spot on with your pitches. But even then, like, too good of pitches are too good.
Well, the check swing from Brito doesn't go around, and the count is full. You've got Allo and Hansen on the base paths. And the payoff pitch coming to Alyssa Brito. Topped foul, wide of third. We'll do it again.
You know, we talk about, you know, pitchers being composed on the mound and not being able to tell, like, where they are in the count or kind of what's going on. And when I watch these Oklahoma hitters, I see them doing the same thing. Like, you can't tell if they're in a 3-2 count or if they're in a 3-0 count, right?
3-2. And that's low, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And that'll bring up Sydney Sherrill, who already has 2 home runs tonight.
Third base number 24, Sydney Sherrill.
Sherrill solo home runs in the 3rd and the 4th. First time facing Ford tonight. And ahead in the count 1-0. And oh yeah, the 2 RBI double back in the first inning. 1-0. And that's high. And the count 2-0. So Ford being careful with Sherrill, but there's nowhere to put her.
Nowhere to put her, right? And you really, with 2 outs, you really want to, you know, try to get her to ground out, fly out.
2-0, fisted foul.
And you got to go after it. You can't can't just keep nibbling like wide, right? Like you got to be able to like go after it, go in, go hard, mix in and off speed.
Two one from Ford. Lifted out to left field, angling over. Carly Spade in foul territory, makes the catch, and the side is retired. OKC leaves them loaded. New York looks to rally when we come back.
With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com.
One of the fun things about catching a Rise game at Bill Edwards Stadium is you wouldn't know if it's a 10-2 Spark lead or a 10-2 Rise lead. Double play doing a great job keeping the crowd in it. And they have been spoiled by the mascot tonight. And that's been a good atmosphere so far. But the Rise are down to their final 3 outs. Need a run to extend the game. She's Adrian Clark. I'm John Perez. And it will be 2-3-4 due up for the Rise against Kelly Maxwell looking to go the distance.
I will say the energy here is electric. So if you have not come out to a game yet, I highly recommend you get here next week against Orlando.
Yeah, 3 games, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. start times. Get your tickets at thenewyorkrise.com. Riley Blampede attacks the first pitch and hits it up the middle. Stabbed by Brito, throws, not in time. Blampede legs it out for the 4th Rise hit of the day. And the leadoff hitter's aboard for Courtney Day.
Wow, how aggressive that she came across. I mean, that ball is clearly on the right side of the field. She kind of took it away from her and almost still had a play.
Do you want Becker taking that instead of Brito?
You know, I don't unless Becker is charging it, right? If Becker would have charged it instead of going deep with it, then yes, I'd want her to take that and be aggressive with it. Because if you saw, based on the speed, there was no shot to really get her unless you get to the ball sooner. So I love that Brito came across there and that Becker knew what she was doing.
Yeah, you want your shortstop really to take charge, the center fielder of the infield. Courtney Day takes inside and the count's 2-0. Lined out to the center fielder, Jada Coleman, in her last at-bat. Came around to score on the 2-run home run by Carly Spade way back in the first inning. OKC scoring 4 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and 5 in the fourth. 2-0, 3-0. You have to imagine that Day is taking here. A 3-0 count. And takes a strike, and the count is 3-1. I'm curious as a coach, and you know you've got the 8-run cushion, but you know that this is getaway day. You fly back home tomorrow. Do you manage this as if it's a 1-run game, or do you just let Maxwell try and go the distance?
No, I think you need to manage it like it's a 1-run game, right? I mean, you give her maybe a little bit longer of a leash because she hasn't shown fatigue, right? She hasn't shown that she's not capable, right? So I think you give her a little bit of a leash, but you have someone ready to go. You always have to have someone ready to go.
100%, and that could be Maddie Penta, who was the star Wednesday night. That's downstairs today, and she works the walk. And so the Rise have the first 2 hitters aboard, and that'll bring up Carly Spade. And it looks like we'll get a pinch runner at first base. And it'll be Kayla Wadle to add some speed on the base paths. Third time that Wadle has made an appearance in the series, all as pinch runners. It's now 6 walks for Maxwell. .93 pitches. Kelly Maxwell. Pitch off the glove. Wadle with a huge jump off of first, but Blampede wasn't going. So she has to run back to first, and everybody's safe. It's ball 1.
Yeah, I like how Kinsey went out there and talked to Maxwell and tried to get her to kind of like lock back in. Here she goes. It's important when catchers can take charge and really read and react to kind of what's happening in the game, what's happening with the pitcher. The last few pitches Maxwell has thrown have been really wide, right? So you can see her out there talking about like, okay, what do you feel most confident with? Here's what we're going to do, and talking through some strategy and game plan.
Spade trying to put some runs on the board, or just put the ball in play and move the runners over. 2 for 2 on the day. And chops it foul. Count 1-1. We mentioned a great day for Spade. Named an assistant coach at Ohio State. Already a 2-run home run and a single. So that helps her. Vibes good all around for Carly Spade. And that pitch hits the inside corner, and the count's 1-2. Maxwell Shakeoff now gets what she wants and comes home with a 1-2.
Yeah, you could see that sort of like nonverbal communication there. She tapped her glove at her chest, and I think that's clearly a sign of what she wants to throw.
No pitch calm, quick sign from Hansen, and the 2-2. Lifted foul out of play. I find it interesting with the batteries and specifically the catchers that they don't double up signs with the runner at second base, or perhaps they do change the signs and you don't have the traditional sign. I'm not sure. You're the pitcher. I'm kind of curious how it works.
You know, I have experimented and done things with our pitching staffs where our pitchers do have nonverbal signs that they give the catcher, and in our fall games we've had the pitchers actually call the inning.
Spade to second. Becker thought about getting Wadle, but her only play is to first. Productive out as both runners move up the base. Blampede to third, Wadle to second, and here comes McKenna Smith.
Yeah, you could see Becker hesitate there. She must have saw that Brito was a little delayed or wasn't quite there.
You'll just have to believe us.
I guess, yeah, you'll just have to believe us because I saw it.
Well, how about this? OKC playing the infield in. They're trying to win it here. And the first pitch hits the inside corner to Smith. Count 0-1. McKenna will walk in a ground out in 2 plate appearances against Maxwell. And so here comes the 0-1. Inside it hit her, and the bases are loaded. And so that'll bring up Megan Hauk.
Shortstop, number 4, Megan Hauk.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a coach timeout here.
Well, good to see Smith was okay after taking it on the forearm. Didn't catch the elbow guard.
Yeah, you can see her rubbing it a little bit. Glad she's okay.
First pitch to Hauk. Hits the inside corner, 0-1. So you mentioned the coaches meeting. What would the message be?
Yeah, I think the message is, reminding the defense of where you want them, reminding the outfield of where they're to go with the ball, and really trying to understand, what the approach is and making sure everybody's on the same page.
The infield continues to play in. 0-2 to Megan Hauk. Strikeout in her only at bat against Maxwell back in the second. Comes the 0-2. Hit on the ground to second, backhanded by Becker. Brito the throw to first. Allo drops it, and a run comes in, or 2 runs come in as Wadle and Blampede score. Smith rounds third, the throw not coming home, and Smith scores. How about that? An error by Alyssa Brito, and New York puts a few on the board. And now Amber Flores is going to go out and talk to the umpire. Let's take another look. I think she might want obstruction or something here.
Yeah, that definitely is what she's looking for there, some sort of contact. But I didn't see any contact. The runner was sliding in.
Our umpires, Paul Semical, Daniel Abernathy, and Gil Zayas. Trying to see that if there was obstruction by McKenna Smith. The call on the field was no obstruction. They might also be wondering what the score is, too, because the second base runner did come around to score, but she's already out. Like,
right.
She already played through it.
Yes. So maybe she didn't think they had her out at second?
Well, Michaela Transu is going to talk, and that's what it was. New York thought that 3 runs came across, but it's just 2 runs. So
Yes.
it's a 10-4 game because they got the force at second base.
Which also makes sense why you saw Allo not hesitate, because she, hesitate with her throw, right?
Right.
She knew that was
She knew that one of those runners did not count.
Yeah, one of them did not count.
So it's a 10-4 game, and the Rise have earned another inning. And Sophia Nugent takes a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1. 0-2 as Nugent spoils it off to the right side.
So right now we've got, in this inning, we've got 2 runs. There's 1 hit, right? 1 hit. And there's a
Sophia Nugent trying to keep things going against Maxwell. Strike away from getting through the 5th. Pitch upstairs, 1-2. 107 pitches for Kelly Maxwell. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. She struck her out. 8 strikeouts for Kelly Maxwell. But New York puts 2 on the board, and we'll keep playing on to the 6th, 10-4 OKC.
Phoenix Tube is one of the world's leading stainless steel long products, with focus on ornamental and structural tubing, as well as processed flat bar. What began as nothing more than the founder's vision, the company started from very humble beginnings in 1980. 40-plus years later, the company has over 25 production lines, as well as a full line of slitting and finishing capabilities. An everyday commitment to uncompromising quality and superior customer service has enabled them to build a loyal customer base. The growth has been further fueled by continued and heavy investment in state-of-the-art equipment and technology, enabling them to remain at the forefront of the industry. As Phoenix Tube begins its 5th decade, it looks forward to a promising future with the same commitment to the principles that have guided them for these years. Learn more today at phoenixtube.com. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out camwoodbats.com today.
Top of the 6th inning. At Bill Edwards Stadium, Kayla Wadle will stay on. She'll man center field with Carly Spade and Lauren Lucas. A little bit of an interesting development. The Rise are down to their final out due to the run rule, but then a fielder's choice. Off the bat of Megan Hauk, Jocelyn Allo dropped the ball, allowing a run to score with the bases loaded. That's where we stand right now. And there's Jalen Ford trying to keep it a 10-4 game, and the Rise looking for their comeback bid. As it'll be 6, 7, 8 due up for OKC. Haley Lee, KK Madry, and Michelle Moultrie. And the first pitch over everyone and into the parking lot for strike 1. Six of the 9 hitters in the series have gone deep, including Haley Lee, who went the opposite way for a 2-run home run back in the 1st inning. And now even at the count, 1-1. Lee skies it right side. Sammy Williams on the outfield grass, 1 away.
Great job staying with that. Sometimes those high fly balls can be challenging, but she kept her feet moving, made it look easy.
Good job dealing with the lip of the grass, too.
Yeah.
Left fielder number 42, Kiki Madry.
Williams always shorthanded. Natural shortstop at Iowa State as KK Madry spoils the first pitch foul, 0-1. Madry single to right in her last at-bat. Had the chance to see Rachel Roop here last week with the Florida Vibe. Coached by Dot Richardson, a lot of representation for Liberty, setting a program record, 51 wins, and just a banner year. And it's interesting, too, because I know that you've had a lot of success in being part of banner teams with Hofstra. Is there a difference between being a team that continuously wins and just adding to the ledger, or there's got to be something special about being the first team to achieve those marks?
Yeah, there is something special about being the first team to reach those marks, but all of the work and the build-up into that moment was done by all of the previous, teams. So it's really a culmination of being able to see the continuation of the success but get it to the top, right? And that's exactly what Liberty has done.
Madry goes the other way. Spade, a dive, can't make the catch. Didn't hang up long enough. Good effort by Spade. But the count remains 2-2.
Great effort. I think I would have liked to see her just lay out kind of on her stomach versus, going feet first there. But great effort.
Spade, a lot of speed out there. And here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Madry. Second strikeout by Ford, and 2 quick outs to start the 6th.
Yeah, that is such a tough pitch. When you're slapping and you're moving into the ball like that and the ball comes into you, you've got to really understand where your feet are in the box and what that pitch is doing and where it is, right? If she would have been able to understand where her feet were and how tight that ball was, I think she might have taken it versus getting fooled by it.
Wave and a miss. And the count 1-1, and Ford has the off-speed stuff working for her. Ford working quickly. 2-1.
You can see the experience with Ford and the poise, coming into the game. She's a veteran. She understands what she needs to do. She understands her body.
It's good to see these two battling it out in 2025. Of course, Jalen Ford, a great career, graduated in 2016 from James Madison. Michelle Moultrie graduated in 2014 and have continued to extend their pro careers. And Ford seen as one of those leaders that has been around the block, has seen different coaching styles, different hitters, different pitchers out there, and has been a student of the game, and as has Moultrie.
Absolutely.
2-2. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jalen Ford in a 1-2-3 frame for the Rise. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. 10-4 OKC.
Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats.
The hustle and bustle of New York City. You see right across from Bryant Park. There's my bus. And there's Maddie Penta looking to finish out the journey for OKC on this long road trip. Penta was exceptional Wednesday night. Took a no-hitter into the 5th inning and delivered 5 shutout innings. Just a lone hit to Jenna Laird. Struck out 4, walked 1. And is tasked with getting the final 6 outs and a 6-run cushion against New York.
I think this is a good move on their part, putting in a fresh arm. Kelly's done a great job all game, but being able to bring Maddie in to close this game out.
Maxwell went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on 3 hits, walked 6, but struck out 9. 108 pitches, 58 of them for strikes. Sammy Williams, a walk and a strikeout in 2 plate appearances against Maxwell. And this one right back to Penta. 1 pitch, 1 out. So that'll bring up Ashley Treeweiler, who re-enters for Kayla Wadle. Came on as a pinch runner. Treeweiler over 2 with a couple of strikeouts. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. Treeweiler, a solo home run last night, has been kept in the ballpark. He's trying to put the ball in play and get on base. And the count 1-1. Penta 2-1 on the year, a 4.32 ERA. One. Tap to the left side. Brito charges on the run and throws out Treeweiler for the second out of the frame.
What a smooth play. She had to charge that because of Treeweiler's speed. Throws it on the run. Smooth. Doesn't hesitate. Goes right into her transfer, into her throw with beautiful. Any hesitation there, or if she doesn't charge the way that she does, Treeweiler's safe. That's what makes her so successful as she uses the ground and thing in her speed.
And so a quick timeout after taking the first pitch. Any particular message that Transu is relating to Lucas?
I think maybe just like be on time, get a good pitch, keep it simple.
Comes the 0-1 on the outer half, 0-2. Maddie Penta, a couple of groundouts. Looking for her first K of the night. 0-2 pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3 called, and Maddie Penta throws up a scoreless 6th. We're on to the 7th. 6-run lead for OKC.
Baker Air is a veteran and family-owned heating and air conditioning company from Long Island with more than 3 generations of HVAC experience. We value our customers and take great pride in our work. We strive to make Baker Air's goal to remain fair, honest, loyal, and reliable. Our customers are the ones who keep our small business thriving. Request an estimate today at bakerair.com. AZ Gloveman is Casa Grande, Arizona's quality leather sporting goods provider. Softball, baseball, batting gloves, and more. AZ Gloveman caters to men's and women's slow-pitch softball markets throughout the United States. Build your dream glove today at azgloveman.com. Conveniently located in Rockville Center, Frank's Steaks is a refined but casual, authentic New York steakhouse on Long Island. Since it opened 40 years ago, Frank's Steaks has been committed to serving high-quality prime cuts of beef in a timeless New York atmosphere with a friendly, attentive waitstaff. It's this obsessive dedication to our craft that has led Frank's Steaks to becoming the local destination for special dinners and celebrations.
Double play looking for a scoreless frame, with OKC leading 10-4 and trying to give New York an opportunity here. Top of the 7th inning, and a 10-4 game. We missed the cartwheels by double play, but that's fine.
They were pretty good.
You got to come to a game to see them in person.
That's the incentive.
And there he is, always repping. And now his inning is done. Okay, so here's my question to you.
Okay.
Ashley Treeweiler re-entered after getting pulled for the pinch runner in Kayla Wadle. So I assumed that Treeweiler, because she came back to bat, as the first pitch to Rachel Becker's in there for a strike, 0-1, that Wadle was done. But now Wadle's back out in center field.
I thought Waddle hit for or pinch ran for Day. Did I have that?
There's your answer.
Okay.
Never mind then. Take it back. Because Day was the DP,
Correct.
then Treeweiler goes into that DP spot, right?
Treeweiler stays in her spot.
Right.
Waddle and Day, that's where, like, Treeweiler never came out, I don't think.
There we go. Well, that's why I'm glad we have a coach in here.
That's right. I will say substitutions can be very tricky, especially when you're using the DP flex or if the pitcher is hitting in the lineup. Lots of different fun things you can do with the lineup when you have the staff to do it.
On the outside corner, Becker goes down looking. And Jalen Ford with 3 straight strikeouts. She's retired 5 in a row.
Center fielder, number 22, Jada Coleman.
Well, here's Jada Coleman, 1 for 4 on the night. And Coleman skies it foul. 0-1. Coleman grew up in the Colony in Texas. 1 for 5 coming into the night. And now 2 for 9. Good rip, fouls it back. Count 0-2.
You know what you don't see their hitters do either is they don't ever really get out of the box. They stay in the box, and they just wait for the pitcher to get back in there.
Don't need a pitch clock.
No pitch clock for them, right? She's doing everything she needs to do from the box and is still ready to go.
Looks like Ford will oblige as well. And Coleman hits it deep into the night. Deep right field, it's out of here. Jada Coleman launches another home run as OKC has gone deep 5 times tonight. Coleman, the latest home run hitter, 11 for OKC.
Yeah, that's a pitch she was looking for. It went right in her wheelhouse. She was ready for it.
Second home run of the year for Coleman to extend the lead to 7. And so here's Allo. She's been kept in the ballpark.
You know, I think that's the thing about their roster and their lineup, right, is they have someone like Allo in it, and you know what she's capable of. And if she has a day where she doesn't get the job done, she's got 8 other people behind her that will.
Oh, Allo! Out of sight! The home run queen has done it again. 7th home run of the evening as Jocelyn Allo goes yard for her 6th home run of the year.
That might be the most coveted ball that you see everyone running after to get right now.
And Allo pointing to her supporter section that's sitting right in front of us. And let's take another look.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even finish her swing, and she often doesn't have to.
What a superb talent Jocelyn Allo is.
That was a no-doubter.
First pitch to Kinsey Hansen, misses downstairs.
Another Oppo Field home run.
I don't know which one has been the most impressive one, but I don't think the Allo home run is dropped yet.
I don't think it has either. I actually thought it might have landed on the roof out there.
Well, Hansen, a 2-run home run back in the 4th. Sydney Sherrill's gone deep twice. Alina Torres, Haley Lee, Jocelyn Allo, Jada Coleman, and Kinsey Hansen. As Ford pumps in a strike, it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. On the inside corner, it's 2-2.
Great spot by Jalen Ford.
Alyssa Brito would be next. Two-two. Fouled off. Two-two. Hansen goes around, strike three. Good drop ball by Ford.
Great, yeah, I was just going to say, great mix of pitches by Jalen Ford. She didn't stay in one place too long. She mixed it. She mixed speeds. She got her check swing. Beautiful execution.
Well, Brito will not be tallied with the home run until now. Down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is foul. I was going to say she had the Little League home run, and that only counted as a single, but making a bid for her third home run of the series.
Yeah, that did not miss by much out there.
Let's take another look. There's no replay that the umpires can use.
Right. But that looks like it was the right call.
You didn't see OKC protesting it.
You did not.
Usually the players will tell you,
Yes.
even though you want them to sell it.
That's it. You could tell she wanted to do it again with that last pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, already 2 runs home. That's outside, and the count 1-2. One, two. Well, that's fair. That's gone. Brito's done it again. Halfway up the trees, Alyssa Brito's gone deep. 13-4, OKC. Eight home runs on the day for Oklahoma City, as they are just tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah. All of these home runs were very well hit. This one no different. This might be the furthest one of the night.
Yeah, Spade the courtesy look.
Yep, she knew.
Well, so here's Sydney Sherrill. She's gone deep twice tonight. And a big cut there, strike one. And Ford misses high. 1-1. Just off the plate. And the count 2-1. Ford working quickly. That's out to Hauk. Nice scoop and a throw. And she gets Sherrill. But Jada Coleman, Jocelyn Allo, and Alyssa Brito each go deep. And Oklahoma City with a 13-4 lead going to the bottom of the 7th.
College planning is a complex, multi-year journey requiring academic and standardized test success, resume building, and sensible college selection, as well as application savvy. Our college readiness services are designed to help you start early, stay organized, and navigate the critical process with confidence. With college admission and financial advising and ACT, SAT test prep, visit methodlearning.com today. At Just Bats, our business strategy is simple. Get the perfect bat for you on time, every time, exactly as you promised. We not only provide you with the baseball bats and softball bats, but we also provide you with a winning experience and a promise like nobody else. Free shipping both ways, expert customer service, same-day shipping up until 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, on time, every time, exactly as promised at Just Bats. With proven day programs, routines, and expert coaching, Camwood Elite is the one-stop shop to improve your game or pick up some of the elite equipment in the nation. From pro-grade game bats to elite training, check out CamwoodBats.com today.
OKC 3 outs away from a happy flight as they lead it 13-4. 7 of their 9 have gone deep in the lineup, as it'll be Riley Blampede, Kayla Wadle, and Carly Spade, 2, 3, 4, due up for the Rise, and you'd have to imagine that Dave will re-enter for Wadle, and there she is stepping out on deck. And Blampede lays off for ball 1 for Maddie Penta. Penta came on, got a couple of ground outs, and then struck out Lauren Lucas.
Yeah, she came in pounding the zone. I mean, she didn't waste any time getting after it, getting outs, getting out of the inning.
All right, here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1, as Penta continues to deal and ratchet up the velocity.
Yeah, and you can see the little bit of speed change. She's throwing a bit harder than Maxwell, and so you're seeing just they're a little delayed, right, in reacting to the speed of her pitch.
1-1. And Blampede holds her swing. It's 2-1.
Number 15, Rachel Becker, has re-entered from Oklahoma City.
3 more games left in the regular season for the New York Rise. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, all 7 p.m. right here on the All Women Sports Network as they welcome the Orlando Monarchs. Two-two, Penta to Blampede. And Blampede stays alive.
Better adjustment on Blampede's part to be more on time for that pitch.
Blampede an infield single, then came around to score on the fielder's choice. What was supposed to be a double play, but you can't assume a double play in the bases loaded ground ball from Megan Hauk.
I wonder how many balls that the kids at the game today get to go home with.
Well, 7 of them have left the yard. Up the middle, there's Alyssa Brito, throws out Blampede, and 4 in a row out of the pen retired by Penta. 1 down in the 7th.
The designated player, number 15, Courtney Day.
It's the song of the summer, I think.
I think so,
Creedence
too.
Clearwater Revival. Day, a swing and a miss. And count 0-1. Day, a couple of walks and lined out to the center fielder, Jada Coleman. 0-1. On a roll to third. Sherrill across the diamond, 2 down. And so New York down to their final out, and that'll bring up Carly Spade.
Left fielder number 40, Harley Spade.
Spade, a 2-run home run back in the first inning. That made it a 4-2 game, but then OKC just kept pounding the rock. A run in the third, 5 in the fourth inning, and then 3 solo home runs in the 7th. Had New York down to its final out via the run rule in the 5th inning, but New York scratching across 2 more runs, but now down to their final out of the night. 1 swing and a miss, and the count 0-2.
Yeah, I love what Spade did there, and you see this with hitters. She swung and missed, but she looked to the umpire to say, like, was that a ball? To which he said yes, and she was like, I knew that, right? So now she's gathering information so that she can have the best approach and best possible at bat here.
0-2. Outside. And so the count 1-2. OKC goes back home to play the Florida Vibe next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 1-2, fouled off. And Spade stays alive. The 1-2. On the inside corner, strike 3 called. Hansen applies the tag, and the ball game is over. Oklahoma City comes up to New York and takes 2 out of 3, winning the finale 13-4 as they go deep 7 times. And OKC picks up their 12th win of the year to improve to 12-3. New York falls to 9-18, and OKC just displaying their firepower tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they just showed tonight what they're capable of from the top of the lineup to the bottom, and they just kept at it and really dominated.
Dominating victory for OKC. New York will look to rebound next week when they take on the Orlando Monarchs. But that's going to do it from Bill Edwards Stadium. For my partner, Adrian Clark, this is John Perez saying so long from Bill Edwards Stadium. This has been a presentation of Fast Pitch United Softball on the All Women's Sports Network.